One of the biggest games around right now is a Battle Royale game. The game starts with players jumping from a plane that flies over the map and then taking part in a huge free-for-all battle to the death. It's a huge game with tens of millions of players, and it's not PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
The game is Fortnite Battle Royale, and is perhaps the most high-profile and successful copycat of last year's breakout game, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, at least here in the West. Fortnite Battle Royale was released back in September as a free standalone mode alongside the Fortnite base game. The Fortnite base game, which released into paid early access back in July, is a co-op sandbox survival game where players harvest materials and then build big forts to defend against hordes of zombies. And that's what the game was really meant to be. But that mode has quickly been outpaced by the Battle Royale mode.
Developer Epic Games reports this week it has now crossed 40 million players, with concurrent users breaking the 2 million mark. That is incredibly impressive, especially when stacked up against PUBG's figures of 30 million players between PC and Xbox, and a peak of 3 million concurrent users. Lead systems designer Eric Williamson told Eurogamer, quote, "Some of the folk around the office are saying, hey, we could be the biggest Battle Royale game in the Western world, which is crazy. Some people are saying we could be the biggest and best played game, full stop, in the Western world. But there are a few things to consider here. Firstly, Fortnite Battle Royale is free. You can download and play it right now without paying a penny. So the barrier for entry there is basically non-existent to most games. All you need to do is own a games console or PC and an active internet connection. Also, Epic Games hasn't revealed how many people are playing the base sandbox mode compared to the Battle Royale mode. Add to that the fact that Fortnite is on the PS4 and PUBG isn't, which means there's another 70 odd million console owners there to exploit, which Battlegrounds just can't access. So there are a few things in Fortnite's favour when it comes to comparing it with its biggest competitor, and unlike PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Fortnite isn't actually on Steam on the PC. Epic has its own platform called Epic Launcher, so the figures aren't actually trackable like they are in PUBG's case.
Fortnite Battle Royale gets a big new update to its map pack this week, which adds a fresh city area with high-rise, multi-story buildings and mines. All this is big news for Epic Games, which in turn is big news for Tencent, which is flat out the biggest gaming company in the world by revenue. Tencent are a Chinese firm who own the biggest game in China, but they also own 50% of Epic Games. PUBG is gaining huge ground in China, and guess who are going to be the ones localizing and officially releasing it with 2 different mobile versions in China? That's right, Tencent. So firstly, for Epic Games to be saying we can have the biggest game here in the West, whereas their parent company Tencent, or not officially parent company because they own like 49%, but yeah, ultimately their parent company Tencent already own the biggest game, which is Kingdom of Glory, something is a mobile game in China, and they make probably $1 billion a year on that game because it's fucking huge. I'm always saying that Tencent are coming to take over the world. This is just the next step in the direction.
They're actually the 5th biggest company in the world. I looked at this earlier, yeah, up there with Amazon, Apple, Alphabet, which is Google, and probably another one that I forgot.
Yeah.
But it's actually the world's biggest investment company now. It's putting more money into anything they want, really, than anything else. If Battlegrounds does better, Tencent will get something. If Epic Games does better with Fortnite, Tencent they're up against themselves at this point, really. They've got a finger in every pie, and every pie's filled with fucking loads of money. You know what I mean?
I think they've got their finger on the pulse, haven't they? Like, they're ahead of the trends. Like, if they're seeing something happening, emerging in the industry, which in this case is the Battle Royale genre, they're already all over it before you even fucking turn around. They're there. Yeah. They're already there making money out of it. Fucking hell. Buy stocks in Tencent, never mind EA. Yeah. Sell your shares in EA and buy Tencent.
Those people that put money into Fortnite's base game, wanting this fort building, horde, poor them. Because everything now is the free Battle Royale mode. No one paid anything for that. It's been a couple of bug fixes for the base game Fortnite and stuff like that, some stability fixes. Other than that, oh man, all those pinatas, all those llamas and all that, for nothing. But I mean, for people that haven't paid for stuff like us, I mean, that's pretty great.
It is great for the gamer who's got no money, right? But it would be interesting to see how much money they made out of sales of the game versus how much money that they're making in the microtransactions in the free version.
Yeah.
Because if they're making more money off the free version, then obviously that's where they're going to plough their resources. But like you said, people have paid for a game. It's like when I backed PUBG in early access. I expected them to develop that on the PC platform, which I paid for it, and then release a fully functioning, like, playable game that was awesome. No, they pushed all those resources into the Xbox version of the game. And where does that leave me? Without a fucking fully playable, awesome version of the game. It's still fucking buggy as shit with only just two maps. I don't know. It's.
And now that it's released, it's full of cheaters. So it's like,
I give up. I give up with Battle Royale, honestly. I give up. I'm just going to get down the fucking buy some shares in Tencent. That's it. That's as far as my Battle Royale investment is going so far.
I think with Fortnite, they're moving at such a quick speed. Like, how long did it take Battlegrounds to put out a second map? Like, months and months. They're already working on their second map, which is coming out this week or next week. Every month in Fortnite, there's something. It changes to gameplay and keeps it interesting for people. And the way that they're moving, the speed that they're moving, it could very well overtake. This time next year, when all the cheaters in China have been banned and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is dropped by about 48% of its popularity, then yeah, Fortnite could come out on top, man. I reckon. So there we go then. PUBG versus Fortnite, the battle is on. Have you got a favourite? Let us know down in the comments below. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here. We've got plenty more content on the screen right here if you want to check out one of those links. There's also a link to our Patreon if you want to support the channel. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.